Hello. According to Ecamm Live, I may or may not be live. So if I am on live, please give me a thumbs up or say something like, hey, Michelle, you are on, because according to my program, I'm bouncing on and off. So I have no idea if I'm on or not. So thanks for joining me today. Wanted to get on and say, how are you? How you doing? Are you holding up okay? I made, this topic today, noise and toys. And I'll get to that later on why I named it noise and toys. But first of all, say something. Let me know if you're there because it says my internet is intermittent. Well, if you are watching and listening and you've joined me in my living room, which would be awesome. Yes, I'm in my living room. I've got my little singing bowl. I've got my what is that called? Essential oil thing going on. Ah, thank you, Dolly. Yes, I'm on. Excellent. I've got my little avocado plant that I've been growing off of a seed. Yeah, I'm sitting in my living room. Anyways, noise and toys. Why in the world did Michelle name anything noise and toys? Well, actually, I was about to call it noise, boys, and toys. And so I'll talk about that later on why I took the boys out because, I didn't want to confuse all the men who watch and went, what? Wait a minute. Why in the world does she have boys there? Here it is. At some ungodly time this morning, I woke up and thought, trying times? This isn't trying times. And it kind of irritated me because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And some of you who follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever, I put up a meme or something that said, trying times? Watch how you say that. Change that to something positive because you are listening. Now, for those of you who aren't really into mindset and you thought, these mindset people, they're kind of foo-foo or they're all, mystical stuff. And I don't believe in that. Our time has come, people. This is what it is. We talk about your mental state and your ability to shift your mindset because of exactly times like this. You see, oh, wait a minute, I didn't even introduce myself. Hi, shake, shake, or in this case, elbow, elbow. My name is Michelle Mras. If you happen to stumble across this broadcast on Facebook or wherever you're watching from, maybe your friend shared this video with you or you just joined because you're like, hey, there's some lady sitting in her living room. My name is Michelle Mras. I'm an international keynote speaker. I do TEDx's. I train TEDx speakers and other people who would like to do their messaging. So I'm a speaker coach. And then I also do communications training. I'm really into reading body language and how to communicate that on stage and in writing. And I help people write their books. And I do a couple of other things. I've got 2 books published and one on audio. Was that Not Audacity. Audible. Yeah, my first book's on Audible. Oh, and I do have a podcast, thank you, Derek, called MentalShift. And actually, it's right there. It's in the little doohickey up here that I put in here. So I do several things, but today I'm on a rant. It's not too terrible of a rant because I'm smiling, but I am on a rant. These are trying times. Well, when you say that, and when people say that, and you hear that, you think, oh my gosh, it is trying. I mean, we're in quarantine, and there are people who are getting sick, and I can't leave my house, and you start building these walls around you that aren't always true. You make them bigger than they are. And what I encourage all of you to do is keep track of that noise and the toys. Now, let me explain the noise. In my mind, I thought the noise is we're so used to being so busy all the time. We wake up, we get in our cars, we go off, we hit some coffee shop, we drink our coffee, we caffeinate up, and we go and do whatever we do. We meet people, we talk, we whatever. We work, we do blah, 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 blah. There's always noise coming in. We've got the radio going on. We've got the TV going on. We've got news. We've got podcasts. We've got everything coming at us, telling us what's happening in the world, what's happening, how we should be thinking, blah, 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 blah. what happens when it all stops? We're so used to the noise that so many of us are sitting in our houses doing, oh my gosh, we have more days locked in our houses. What am I going to do? What are you going to do? It's that quick of a shift. What am I going to do to, what am I going to do? This is what it's all about. If you watch me, if you go back at anything I talk about, I tend to quote, oh gosh, now I just completely forgot. Byron Katie. There's 3 types of control or business in this world. There's my business or my control, your business, your control, and God and the universe's control. Right now, all of this is in God and the universe's control. There is nothing we can do. Nothing that we can personally say, okay, and now we'll stop the virus. No, we don't have that power. But we do have the power to say, I am not going to freak out right now. I'm going to stop the noise telling me that the world is ending. I'm going to stop dwelling on what I can't control, and I'm going to control me. Inside my head, how I react, what I react to, what I fill my mind with. Do you understand what that means? Basically, fill your mind with positivity. Fill your mind with what can happen. And for people like me, I'm an introvert, extrovert. So I'm very good at staying home and alone and thinking because I like to think because that's how we plan. But I do like hugs and I do like having coffee with people. And I do like meeting people because I like feeling the presence of other humans. But what I found, if you are turning off the noise to make help your mindset better, get quiet and actually imagine. I'm going to give you some hints here. Imagine your best feeling, or imagine that there's some people in your world who are just amazing huggers. I mean, you can actually feel them when they hug you. Imagine that hug, or imagine that moment in time when you're sitting across from someone, drinking coffee, and just enjoying each other's company. What was that feeling? How did that make you feel? And if you get quiet enough, you can actually feel that hug. You can feel that presence. You can feel that emotion you felt when you were in that happy place. Me, I happen to have my happy place is, my feet are pushed into sand and there's water rushing up against me. So basically, I'm sitting on a beach with my feet buried in the sand and the ocean water, the waves are coming up at me. And I'm leaning against a tree, so I can actually feel that moment when I need it. I also have a couple of friends who are just amazing huggers, okay? And I can remember their hug, and I can remember what it feels like, and I go there. It takes a bit of practice, and I believe you can do it. So our minds cannot differentiate what is past to what is present. So if you can imagine it, I just watched, what is that, the movie Hook, with Robin Williams, when they said, Peter, you have to imagine eating, right? There's no food on this table, if you haven't seen Hook. They imagine their food in Neverland, and he couldn't see the food, and he didn't understand why everybody was eating. But when he imagined the food was there, suddenly the food was there, and he could eat it. He could taste it. He could feel it. He could throw it. This is the same thing with this. Imagine that hug. Imagine that happy place. Imagine what you're missing right now. A lot of us are missing human contact, Imagine it. Get on a Zoom call and kind of get quiet and just imagine that other person truly physically there with you. It does work to a point, and if you get really good, your brain won't know the difference. It'll still push out the same endorphins that it will give you when you're physically hugging someone. So, the noise. Learn to separate the noise, the annoying noise, from the good noise. See, there are voices in your head. I wrote a book about it. Let's see if I have it. Nope, I don't have it next to me. Called, It's Not Luck, Overcoming You. And I talk about the inner critic voices inside of you. Well, right now, the outside noises aren't there. They're not as loud as they used to be. You're not immersed in it. So now the voices in your head, your inner critics, those past voices that start pulling up all your insecurities, are louder. I know this from firsthand because 5 years ago when I had my car accident, I got locked in my head. I couldn't speak or walk for a year and a half, and I had a lot of inner critics in my head where I sat and couldn't leave the house, couldn't get up, couldn't move. Kind of feels like now. And what I found out was it's not a bad thing. Someone wrote on Facebook today, said it's basically a system restore, a reset. If you're having trouble, basically take this time and imagine it as you are a massive computer. You are a hybrid computer. What is that? An Android? No. Borg? No. Yeah, more like a Borg. We are computers, and we have been unplugged. We're being unplugged. Why? So we can reset whatever we wanted. So think about all the things we wanted and didn't have time for. Well, now it's time. Reset. What do you want? Dream a little bit. Learn the guitar. Learn another language. Do something with the time if you need more to do in your life. Something to add more noise. So basically, not annoying noise, productive noise. Now, let's get to toys. For those of you with warped individual minds, I know where you're going. But where I am with toys is we don't have our cars because we can't drive around a lot just because we want to drive, right? We still have our computers and our laptops and our cell phones and things of that nature, and our Hulu and Netflix and Amazon Primes and that nature. We still have some of those toys, but the need for all the gadgets really isn't there anymore. We can't say, oh, well, I'm going to go out and play with my drone, or I'm going to go ride my motorcycle. There's our ability to reach out for our toys that distract us have been limited. So when the next time someone says, hey, these are trying times, say, are these trying times? Are these trying times? No, they're not trying times. They're trying times. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to work on me. I'm going to see what I can stretch my mind to do. I'm going to do another puzzle. I hate puzzles. I'm going to do them. Or I'm going to build something out of Lego blocks. I don't care. Challenge your mind. Challenge your body if you have to. No, not too much. You don't want to hurt yourself. Can't go in the hospital right now. Michael, he loves toys. Well, and that's the thing. It's just find something that sparks your interest, something you've always wanted to do and never had time to do. So these are not trying times. These are trying times. Shift, mental shift. Shift the way you see. Shift your perspective to find the positivity in the moment. For those of you who have teenagers or young kids, you do, gosh, they don't talk to me anymore. I really wish. Well, guess what? The universe said, as you wish. Get to know them better. Ask them what's going on in their minds. These are kids. They are scared. They may not be acting like it, but the future seems very uncertain to them. Let them know that things are okay, right? These are moments that are built, that big, amazing things can be built upon. Your mindset, your attitude will make or break you. Find something in your midst that makes you smile and says, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to learn how to play the piano. I'm going to do something to boost your creativity. Don't sit. Don't let it go away. You are so amazing. And the universe, or Mother Nature in this case, has given us the ability to find ourselves. I mean, everybody in the mindset world is doing, yay, everyone gets to find themselves, because that's exactly what it is. When we say, be quiet, listen to yourself, meditate, get inside your head and figure out, what are you made of? I was on a podcast, or was it a podcast the other day, and I said, there's 3 types of people in the world. There's the carrots, the eggs, and what was the other one? And the coffee beans. The carrots seem very hard. I mean, just hardcore people. And then when they get in the rough situations, they get kind of soft and do, I got this. I'm okay. and they kind of break down. Then you've got the eggs who are kind of squishy. They seem hard on the outside, but they're squishy inside. You put them in hot water and they get really, really hard, right? And then there's the other kind of people who are kind of bitter on the outside. Don't really know what to do with that coffee bean. You put it in hot water and they become this delicious aromatic beverage that everybody likes. And if they don't even like the taste of coffee, for some reason they like the smell of coffee. So what are you? Are you a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? I'm taking this time to make myself more of a coffee bean. I will come out of this, no matter how long the time period, it'll just give me more time to unravel who I really am. This is a good thing, people. This is a really good thing. So thank you so much for joining me and for spending a very long time with me. This was the longest Facebook Live I think I've ever done. So join me on MentalShift, anchor.fm/MentalShift. I also have my YouTube page. It's just my name. So youtube.com/Michelle Mras right there. And I put my video versions of my podcast there. I've interviewed a couple of really cool people and they're all there. I'm about to interview the man, the legend, the man who helped me come out of my own shell. His name is Dr. Paul Sheely. He'll be on my show this Friday. So I will, yes, carrots, eggs, and coffee beans. Not a good meal together, but you could be creative if you wanted to. He'll be on my podcast, MentalShift, this Friday. So I'll probably launch it on Saturday. But he is just an amazing man, and he's the one who helped me find my mental shift. And I'm so excited to have him on the show and share him with all of you, because I figured he's far more articulate than I am about how to capture this moment in time and not say, I'm improving myself. No, I never said improve yourself. It's basically uncovering yourself away from the noise and the toys that you've been hiding behind all these years. Unravel who you truly am behind all of that mess to reveal who you truly are. Please, 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 I hope you listen to the Paul Sheely show this weekend and reach out to me. If you have anybody you think I should have on the show, or, I just had the Make for COVID folks on the Mental Shift. They're doing 3D printed face shields and face masks for medical grade face masks and shields for people in Colorado. So it's kind of cool. Got a lot of real cool people coming up and, finding their talents and combining them. So if you have something you want to do, reach out, Google it. There are people looking for all sorts of people to help to help stop this virus from going around. Maybe you've got a talent. I joined the Make for COVID group. It's makeforcovid.co, because I'm an outreach person. I'm a community person, and I figured, I'll join. I can't build anything. I don't have a 3D anything machine, or I don't know how to sew. I don't have a serger. I don't have any of that kind of stuff. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not. But I am a connector. You see how that is? Find the positive in whatever it is and be the best version of you. Have a great day. And please share this, because the world needs to know the tiny shift in these are trying times too. These are trying times. Go enjoy your trying time. Do not leave your house. Okay, let's stop this thing. Find you in here. Go develop you. Be the best version of you. And until next time, I'll see you on a Zoom call, possibly. Have a great day. Bye-bye.